Hi everyone. Today, let's talk about Fundrise. First, we'll talk platform changes. Of course, we'll talk my performance for Q3 and my year to date performance. And then we'll compare those results to some of their market competitors. Definitely like and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Welcome to the Portfolio Bulletin. Let's get started. So let's start off with the boring stuff. They did make some changes to the REIT redemption policy in order to gain some tax efficiencies and be a little bit more fair to long term investors. Let's skip straight to the example here because it is a little bit hard to understand. They say if an investor requests a 100% redemption of their $100 or 10 shares at $10 each, they are now going to receive a $2 distribution as well as an $8 redemption. And basically, it's no change on the back end. You still receive your $100 distribution, but it just changes the way that it's managed for tax purposes. They say if they don't change it and they leave it the way that it is, and you receive that $2 distribution and then your $10 redemption, you're effectively double counting that and receiving $12. So they're going to change it to that $2 distribution and then the $8 share price in order to be a little bit more fair to the people that are keeping their money in the fund. They say because the fund could potentially lose value due to people redeeming their shares, they want to distribute this money a little bit more evenly across the fund. They say this will be more fair and equitable for the long term investor, and these changes are expected to take place on 1 October. Next up, they are merging two more REITs. They've been doing this for a while here, and they keep saying that it's in an effort to reduce cost. They say they're going to merge the Growth REIT, Growth REIT 6, and Growth REIT 2. And those will either go into the Balanced REIT or the Growth REIT. They say once again this is in order to gain tax efficiency and use a larger scale to reduce costs. And then they show the change in share value here. So they have the overall equity REIT, which is the long term growth, and then balanced, and then the two growth REITs. They say you should have already seen these. These changes took place on 2 September, and they also show in your transactions and in your overall portfolio, and then we can look at that performance after this. So moving over to performance, you can see we did have some negative quarters here for the first time in a while. East Coast REIT was down 1.1%, Development REIT down 0.1%, Flagship Real Estate down 1%, and then the Growth REIT 7 was down 7.3%, which is actually one of the biggest losses that I've seen on Fundrise at all over the last few years that I've been investing with them. And then you can see those merged funds here. So we have the Balanced REIT, as well as the eREIT 14, Growth REIT 6, and then Income REIT 2. So this is the equity, the balanced, and then the income. You can see where those mergers took place. And somehow Balanced REIT gained 2%. I guess this is probably the resultant of the merged funds. And then 0.6% here. So overall, 0.3% gain, which isn't terrible. Not keeping up with inflation for this quarter, but still not negative. So let's take a look at what that looks like in dollars. See, minus $28. The biggest loser here was $124, almost $25. And this was the biggest loser by percentage, but it was only $106 and some change. And then my net gain here on the quarter was basically my dividend distributions at $145.21. I also want to go over transactions here because my total account value has gone up quite a bit, and that's because I do add $650 every single month. You can see the merger in and outs here, and then I did have that big investment here into the Innovation Fund, which is their venture capital fund. You can see that was 500 shares at $10 each for a $5,000 addition. So between that $5,000 addition and then my monthly installments, my account value did go up by a little bit over $7,000, and only $140 of that or so was actually capital gains or dividends. So that brings my total gains here to $11,307.90, and that's going back to my initial investment here in May of 2019. Moving over to measurements here, we have the end of Q2 right here, and we can see the end of Q3 was right here at the end of September, so minus 6% or so, a little bit more than 6% on SPY, or the S&P 500 for Q3. And then even worse here for VNQ, or the Vanguard Real Estate Fund, you can see end of June here, and measuring down here to the end of September, you can see that was down a little bit more than 16%. So pretty negative quarter for real estate on the open markets, but Fundrise continues to remain positive. If you want to join Fundrise, definitely use the link in the description, and like and subscribe if you got any value out of this video. Comment down below what you think of Fundrise or the public REITs. Of course, none of this is financial advice. This is all for entertainment purposes. Good luck in your investing and have a great day.